So I thought I'd just come out and say it, that I could probably do a far better job of doing what he does than the cosmic skeptic Alex O'Connor does. I think I could do a far better job than him. Like he says he's called the cosmic skeptic, but when does he ever talk about the cosmos? When does he ever talk about cosmology and the nature of the universe and the nature of things, reality itself? I can do that. I can also talk in depth about politics. I have erudite and well-developed opinions on various things. Various things that are very important to international development and, generally increasing the prosperity of human life and the sharing the benefits of human life internationally and all that sort of thing. I've very well developed opinions on things like that. And, he's trying to be like Christopher Hitchens. That's the fucking annoying thing. That's so irritating. Even him with his facial hair growth. He's drinking whiskey at one point, just like Christopher Hitchens. What he's doing is he's somehow managing to play to the American market. And they all want Christopher Hitchens back, or they want another Christopher Hitchens. Maybe I could be the next Christopher Hitchens. My writing is not of a bad standard, I don't think. Maybe, like Hitchens, I wasn't 30 before I really could write. Maybe it'll be like that for me. I don't know, that's what Hitchens said. But I could do that better than he does. That's the fucking annoying thing about it. The only similarity he's got with Hitchens, well, the similarities he has with Hitchens is he's white, he's a southern British man, he has a private schoolish accent, and he went to Oxford. And he studied philosophy and theology at Oxford. Christopher Hitchens studied politics, philosophy, and economics, which is what I would have done at Oxford. And I also would have majored or double majored in social sciences if I could at University College Utrecht. And probably would have done politics and economics and geography and those sorts of subjects, as well as humanities subjects such as philosophy. So I would, in essence, have PPE. And then I wanted to do PPE with the Open University as well in the UK, but decided to go to, built universities instead, which was a fucking dreadful mistake. I should have just done the OU and worked on farms. I really should have done. But it didn't occur to me at the time. Instead, I was working on things like quantum gravity, my own theory of quantum gravity, which doesn't exclude the possibility that loop quantum gravity and string theory are both correct, since those two theories don't mutually exclude one another either. And, these sorts of things. And I think if I teamed up with Alex O'Connor, he could be a great ally to have. I'd like to know him, certainly. I think we'd have very interesting discussions, I think, me and him. But I'd like to put him right on an awful lot of issues, such as his involvement with the vegan movement and his advocacy for that, and the philosophy of Peter Singer, and all these sorts of people who he lines up, who I don't agree with. And I think this is just modern day philosophy talking out of its rear end. I am somewhat of a public intellectual figure. I do have a small YouTube channel. I have various outlets on social media. I have a book published. I have articles published. That's something. I'm not a total nobody, journalistically speaking. I'm like Tintin. I'm just a freelance roving reporter. That's who I am. And, I also farm. I work on farms and love that. Know a lot about farming and the economics surrounding farming. And, the vegans don't know this. And Alex O'Connor has fallen in with their lot. It'd be nice to rescue him from that, more than he seems to have been rescuing himself recently, but more so.